Hello and welcome to Brother and Sister Arsenal Therapy. And this is going to be a big therapy. Now, on today's show, before we get into it, we have a massive guest, big guest who I introduced to last. But as we know, we have the diva, Krish.
Eva, there she is. The
See,
the
see,
the, the,
see,
the chair doesn't swivel. Chair doesn't
yeah,
swivel.
yeah, that's it. We got a bunch of settings today. Krish, are you with us today?
So need this therapy. Lord knows I need this therapy. Lord knows one needs this therapy with both of you. I need both. And
Okay. And then we're going to introduce our guest who's going to be, I told him already, we're going to get him on once or twice, at least every show a month. Now,
yeah,
he's from across the pond. You may have
yeah,
seen him on
definitely.
his TV, but he is going to be a resident here. He's going to hear his voice much more louder, clearer, and he's going to get some opinions off his chest today, that's for sure. None other than Elliot. Elliot, introduce yourself, my man. Introduce yourself.
Hello, it is Elliot from Toronto, Canada Tie, as they say. I'm back. I'm here and enjoying enjoying the scenes from Toronto. Thank you very much for letting me on the air with this. I hope this is a great partnership that we've engaged in here. And
Yes.
yeah, but what a way to start, eh? Gee.
It is. Okay, so we're going to kick off the show. Of course, we want to kick off the 2-2 draw that we just witnessed, but we've got to take it back for what we got set up for hoping it was going to be a win into the Champions League. But let's spend a couple of seconds on that because it did make us believe that today was going to be victorious.
Why do I feel like this is like Groundhog Day? Why do I feel like it's Groundhog Day all over again? I wasn't getting my hopes up. Then what was it? April. We was like, we're winning the league. The league. Talking about. Then Wednesday. What happened Wednesday? We was on fire, baby. Fire. I said to Ty, I said, I think this is it. This is it. Like Michael Jackson. This is it. I don't even want to finish off my thing to go with this is it. But it literally happened today. This is it.
I mean, Elliot, what's your? I mean, go back to Wednesday very quickly. What was your thoughts on Wednesday leading up to this game today? What was your thoughts? Be honest. I know you're clout. You're back. You look at your face is a bit different. Be honest. How did you feel in Wednesday's result going into today?
We were imperious on Wednesday. Plain and simple, we were imperious. There was no touching us that day.
Yeah.
PSV came in and they said, you know, we're going to play them straight up, and they said, well, if you're going to pay up, you're going to have to pay a price for that, and we showed them what price they had to pay, which was an absolute slap down, beat down, no excuse, beating, quite simply, that we handed out to them. And I came into this match full of fervor, full of confidence, full of belief that this team was going to get it over the line. And what we got today was a side that is clearly five players away from being considered also rans. And key injuries to key players are what separates us from Man City. And it was clear to see today. I mean, credit to the scum down the road. They came in, they played us, and they got their result. But to be fair, to be really really fair, there were chances in that first half. We should have had this done by first half. We should have wrapped up first half. That miss by Jesus in that first half was absolutely criminal.
Oh, we've got Elliot, we've got footage of me last year. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying this to you, Ty. Deja vu. Why are we still here?
Okay.
Here.
So when we were going into this game today, this morning, I was on the phone to Krish and I said to her, was just talking and I was doing my normal thing. I said, Krish, I'm scared. I'm scared of this game. And because I was scared, because I watch every team. You know, Arsenal's my team, but I watch every team. So I was saying to Krish, I've been watching Spurs. I wanted to start watching them to see what this hoopla was all about. So I knew what Spurs was coming to the Emirates. This weren't the Harry Kane Spurs ever. You know, this is a new Spurs with a new attitude and a new belief. So when we're thinking, okay, and I said to Krishna, normally no,
Believe you. I must say I didn't believe you.
I said when Spurs normally come, we win at the Emirates and we go to their ground and we lose. Now, we was only 5 points going behind City. Should we have won, it would have been 2 points. And I was doing my usual, but mathematically...
We're doing it for Vorderman. Count.
But then I said, but Fish, I am scared of this game.
You did. You did.
And I validated that very well. And the other crazy thing, when you go into this game, you saw the lineup and you saw that Vieira was in the midfield, you're thinking, okay. But you knew there was no Trossard. So you had to do a substitution somewhere. So you put Jesus on the left and then put Eddie Nketiah up front. And I said, okay, we got to give it a go. This is what we've got. The moment Nketiah had 2 chances before Jesus' 1 chance. So Eddie had 2 chances before Jesus. And when we missed those chances, you knew what time it was after that. We knew what time it was. And when they scored on half time, I knew. And I was trying to say to myself, I knew what was going to come. I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen.
You know what? If they didn't take us on, I'm sorry. I'm a gooner for life. Tottenham would have won. I'm telling you now. Tottenham would have won. Tottenham would have won that game.
I say this. And Ketch's chances were the gilt edge. No, I would say that Jesus chance was the one that could have taken it 2-0.
Literally, yes. Yeah. He could have changed the game. He could have. It was open. I don't understand. It's open. What more did you want? What more could he have wanted?
But he hasn't got the ice. He hasn't got ice in his veins. He's not composed. You have to understand. It's like what we're doing with Havertz. These guys, they're not composed strikers. They're not composed. So the call for us going for like an Ivan Toney or Dusan Vlahovic or another striker or Evan Ferguson, these guys have composure. They've got ice in their veins. They have ice in those critical moments. That's when you spend in your 70 or 80 or 90 million to get that composure. They don't always have to spend big money to get that guy. You can find them elsewhere, and that's been proven.
Okay, so I'm just going to call a spade a spade. What are we going to do? It started with Timber. Partey.
Yeah, but Chris, we didn't lose.
Who else is out now? Who else have we got? Rice. What the hell? Rice. How many? Might as well put Ramsdale in the midfield. Might as well. What? Who wants to play?
Time to really panic. One thing for sure, though, we need to beat Man City at home. That goes. You need to beat Man City at home. It's not a want, it's a need, or else the title race is over.
Yes.
And Eddie, we've been here before. Everyone's got footage of saying this. I'm gonna say crap to me before. We're not beating Man City. We're not. Stop it. Stop it right now.
See what's happening now. This is what's happening.
And yes, I am a drama queen. If you didn't know, Elliot, I'm sorry. I am a drama queen. I do go over the top. Yes.
I get very reactional after a game, and this is why I'm trying to compose myself, because normally I do my videos, after the game.
24 hours.
Yeah, because I can get very emotional. So now I don't want to get emotional because we didn't lose the game. We got a point.
Oh, no.
And I think we were lucky. No, hold on. I think we were lucky to get a point today.
Very.
In all due respect. They carved out more chances, clear-cut chances to win the game more than we did. We didn't actually open Spurs up. The first goal we got was a deflection. The second goal we got was because of shot, just from a corner, and it happened to hit Romero's hand. But other than that, other than the Jesus, there's a chance. Again, done from pressing. Eddie Nketiah's 2 chances was from mistakes, and he didn't capitalise. So it goes to show, most of the times when we do play and we do open teams up, we do kind of take the chances. But Odegaard was off today. Saka should have come off at least by the 70th minute in that. But when you look at the bench, by the time Rice came off, there was no Trossard, there was no Martinelli. And even those two, the Martinelli and the Trossard, we were hurt. But we still have depth. But then the depth after the Martinelli and the Trossard, you can see it's very thin. He still doesn't trust Smith Rowe.
No, he really don't. What was the point? What was the point? What's the point?
That was utter charity. He say, here, Emerson Rowe, here's a couple of minutes for you. See if you can change the game for us. Go on. That should have happened minutes. That should have happened minutes ago. What the real misunderstanding for me is your best striker is Jesus. Why are you substituting? Why?
Well, you ran him into the
one
ground.
guy you would think would get you a goal,
Yes.
you took off. Now I don't care what I don't care how much you believe in Havertz. I don't care how much you believe in Nketiah. Those guys aren't getting you goals late in the game. If there's someone going to cause a commotion to get you a goal, it's the number 9.
Yes.
It's Gabriel Jesus. For you to substitute him off, either he was clearly injured or you were clearly have lost your senses. That really pissed me off when I saw Reece Nelson being brought on for Jesus instead of Nketiah. I lost my mind. I just lost it. I lost it. So you know what? We're drawing this match. Any chance of us winning this game went when Jesus went off pitch. I'm sorry, it did.
I'm thinking Jesus definitely should come off, but Eddie should have came off first before him. I definitely said, because I don't know how many chances. I definitely think Eddie and Nelson. Let's talk last season. I think they did work quite well. You know, when the two came on, we're scoring the winner. Woo! Saved the day. But 2 minutes in left, it wasn't going to happen. That's definitely for sure. Smith, I don't know what he was going to do with Smith. He has never saved the day in 4 minutes, 2 minutes. It ain't going to happen. But then it shows you how weak the bench is.
No,
the bench. Okay, all right. Who would you have? How would you have changed the game? 89th minute. Tell me how you would have done that. And we've got 10 minutes.
He done. This is Arteta's problem. He gave Smith Rowe chump minutes. He gave Smith Rowe chump minutes on the 86th minute with 4 minutes to go. That's chump minutes.
Yes.
On the 90th minute, that's when he should have took off Saka because there's 10 minutes to get yourself into the game. 4 minutes or 2 minutes to warm up into the game and then take the game over.
Yep.
His problem is he plays Saka too long. There's many times in the game Saka wasn't at his best today. Odegaard wasn't at his best. But then again, once you made all these substitutions after the Vieira didn't do too much in the first half, Mike's picked up that calf strain. There's no one else really you can bring on because we're down to nearly bare bones after Partey's injured as well.
And but this is what I'm saying. This is this 2 seasons ago? Is this is this last season?
It's one of these things. Again, the squad is still strong enough that we didn't lose. That's one thing you got to take away from this game. It's hard to.
I'm just talking about I'm saying about the injuries going forward. Champions League. Have we got enough? Have we got enough meat on the bone? Really?
Or to win it? Or
to win it. To actually get through to the next game. Who have we got next now? No.
What do you think? When I get the next game up, what do you think? What's your take?
Oh, Elliot. We've lost you.
Elliot, we lost you. Your volume.
You remember back in the day? Your mic's on mute. The mic's on mute.
It was on mute, and I muted it. Sorry about that, guys. New to the technology. We are okay for the group stage of the Champions League.
Yes.
Okay. We'll hopefully, I would say more than likely, have our players back for the knockout rounds. It is when we have those knockout rounds that we need the Martinellis, that we need the Parteys, that we need the Rices, that we need the Trossads, and all these players available to us at that time.
Elliot, African Cup of Nations is this year. Partey will be going.
That's why we have Rice. So I'm not worried. I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered.
Okay. We've done all right thus far without him.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean, did you have a worry when Partey left and he had Rice there? No, he didn't. He didn't have an inkling of worry. So I'm not bothered. We have solved that problem with regards to Thomas Partey. Yeah. When we get Trossard, we get Martinelli, and we get Rice. When we get Rice back, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Okay. What I'm worried about, and thank goodness that Rodri is suspended for the Man City match, is that match is crucial to our season now. There's no doubt about that. That has to be priority one now.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of our injuries can be subsided a lot of our injuries can be, dealt with over the week because we have the midweek, we have the midweek cup draw,
Okay.
Carabao
Yeah.
Cup coming in. So
Yeah.
again, that's fine. That's fine and good. That's all well and good. You get a lot of your players that aren't getting any like ESR, like Kivior, like these sort of players coming in. Reece Nelson as well. I'm sure he'll play this week. You'll get those guys in. Now, in terms of the end of the week for Bournemouth, hopefully we get some players back. Hopefully we've taken it easy on Rice, and hopefully he'll be available for the next match. Uh, Outside of that, then we'll be okay. But that we need to get everybody healthy for that crucial match against City. It's 3
Yes.
points or nothing on that match. Everything's right on that match. Quite simply, I never thought we'd be early in the season. We have to depend on that one match, but we did. We do. We just literally do.
But that just tells me we're still not good enough against City.
We're good enough.
What is our ultimate goal this season, guys? Like, seriously, are we meant to be contenders of actually winning the league? I know last season was really, it was on the plate. Like, you only get one chance, and that was it.
Yeah.
Sometimes we get too upset. There's only 6 games being played.
You just you. I know we're gonna. You record this. You date stamp this. I don't even want to swear. I want to swear, but I won't swear. Yeah, I'm gonna date stamp this, and we'll talk in April. And you tell me, yeah.
We look at the next fixtures.
Go on.
Because this is when you get too upset. The next fixtures we got is against Bournemouth away. Now we have to rest some players to go up against City. We're gonna have to rest Saka. He's gonna have to rest Saka.
And he doesn't.
Congratulations.
He doesn't.
He's played what 86 consecutive games on the spin. But sometimes you just got to break that. You got to rest Saka and bring in.
I hope it's midweek that we rest him. If there's any time to rest him, it's in the midweek.
Yes, I hear that, but you've got to rest him against Bournemouth as well. Give him 2 games off. Give him 2 because Elliot, do you know what? As much as we say that game against Bournemouth, we don't actually need him to play.
You know as well as I know that Arteta is not resting Saka for Bournemouth. That is an impossibility. Knock that out your mind right now. It ain't happening. It's not happening.
I'm making my suggestion. I'm just saying I would.
You can suggest all you want. You can suggest sunshine and rainbows. It's not as if they're going to come out.
Oh.
I'm playing next week. All I'm begging for Arteta to do is rest Saka because he played 2 90-minute matches against ATFV and against Tottenham. Literally listen, he played on the weekend against Everton, so that's another 90 minutes. He played 270 minutes worth of action in 1 week. The man needs rest. And
thank you.
Comes against Reading in the midweek. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen.
It's Brentford.
Is it Reading? I always think Reading, Brentford. Oh, I get my mind mixed up on those 2 teams. So against Brentford, yes, he needs rest on that.
Right, so we go to Bournemouth, and then of course we got that juggernaut of a game, which is going to hit us on October the 8th at the Emirates, 4:30 kickoff. Do we think we're going to get the 3 points though at Bournemouth? Let's start with that before we get to City, then we go back to the Spurs. Do we think we're going to get the 3 points at Bournemouth? Playing like we played today.
Playing like we played today, I think we can eke a result, but I think we can't. I think Bournemouth don't have. Bournemouth, though a better side this year, don't have the firepower to deal with us the moments. If we play our game, we can get a result. We can get a result against them.
I think it's Elliot. Elliot, who are you listening to in the background?
Oh, sorry. Let me mute that there. Sorry about that. Sorry, my bad.
Trying to get a copyright going.
There we go. There you go. My bad. Oh shoot. Let me just back that up. There we go.
No, just connect.
Good to go. We're good to go. So
you bring guests on. This is what they do to us. Look, they give us copyright strikes.
Sorry. You didn't hear that. But again, we'll be good enough to get the result of the performance. Anyways, what are your views? Don't worry about me.
Well, the question what I would say, what did we say, Ty? What's our segment? Is it please don't judge me? We need a please don't judge me.
Yeah, we'll wait for that. We'll wait for that. All right. This is the key thing. What wasn't you happy about today? Two things. Cristian, I'm going to give it to you first. Two things you wasn't happy about today.
I wasn't happy that we didn't have the Arsenal that we did on Wednesday. And granted, I know not all players that was playing Wednesday wasn't playing today. But this is Tottenham. And as what we said, Ty, Thierry, there was one culture in Arsenal. We don't lose to Spurs. It's just, and I didn't see that attitude on the pitch. There's a certain couple of players I saw like we need to win this, but I didn't feel that this is it. This is our, our final. I didn't see that. That's what I personally didn't see. And two, we need a striker. I'm not happy with my strikers. Nope. Not happy with them. Haven't been happy with them since last season.
Okay. Elliot, my question to you. What would have been your starting 11 today with the players available?
I think what we have seen today outside of I think he got a spot on in terms of that. Outside of I didn't like we were forced into it. We were forced into bringing in Ketchion because we didn't have Trossard. If Trossard was made available, then yes. But other than that, I think it's as best as we could have done today. What I was upset about is the in-game management. I think it could have been handled much better from Arteta, but that's always been his Achilles heels, is in-game management. I think substitutions could be made earlier. Better substitutions could be made, period. And we paid a certain price for it. I mean, the bozo gene from Jorginho came back to us in full force, but again, we can't really fault anybody for doing that. But getting back to your question, yeah, I don't think there's nothing much we could have done at the time because again, Trossard was a late injury and we had to adapt.
Okay. Going to the Bournemouth game and then go to City. Forget Bournemouth. I'm going to talk about City. I'm going to forget about the Champions League. From what we saw today, if you are Arteta, how are you going to change up knowing there's going to be no Rodri, knowing there's going to be no De Bruyne, knowing that, but you still got to deal with Terminator, the guy who scored 8 goals already in 6
AKA Thor.
Yeah,
AKA
8 goals. He just scored more goals than 3/4 of the teams in the Premier League already. Teams I'm talking about, Elliot. I'm not talking individuals. He scored 8 Premier League goals, which is 3/4 more than teams have scored already. How are you going to deal with that?
You gotta trust Gabriel and Saliba. Simple as that. I mean, the goals that happened today were not their fault, really. I think it was bad clearance by Raya, and Saka was skinned literally by Madison, who, if we hold our hand on heart, was a man of the match today. I think Madison gave us what we were missing. Quite simply, he was odds-on man of the match today. And that was the first goal. The second goal was Jorginho having a brain fart. So
a question for you both of you two, actually. Whilst you're answering that, Ty, Elliot, Ramsdale, or Raya?
Raya deserves his chance. He kept 2 clean sheets. Why change a good thing? Quite simply, and the goals today weren't his fault.
Thank you.
They weren't his fault.
I tried to tell Cristian the second goal. Was it the second? No, the first goal.
The first goal.
Well, David was really good. There was one way outstretched and saved. I get it.
Against Johnson was world class.
Yes.
That was hand on my heart. I know my Dell wouldn't have been able to do that. I know my Dell wouldn't be able to have done that. I get it. I know.
World class saves. The goals against him weren't his fault.
Thank you.
I'm sure that Ramsdale will get his chance in the midweek, guaranteed. But because again, Raya's played three in a week, but again, Raya can't be blamed. He can't be blamed. His distribution, let himself down in the second half. I'll say that.
Yes. Yes.
He had better distribution in the first and the second. I think you can see there's a bit of mental fatigue over playing 3 matches in a week. You can see that, especially with the big club. I don't think he was used to that, and it showed its effects in the second half. But in terms of overall play, I cannot blame Raya. Raya is who he is. He did what
Yeah,
he's
but what
supposed
do
to
you
do.
think he's going to get from City? What do you think he's going to get from Thor? Thor is going to put him in his paces.
Yeah, well,
No, because no,
I'll
because
let you answer that. Go ahead and answer that. I'll sit back.
this is why. You ready for this? To keep it all a bit crazy by analogy, Arsenal and City kind of play the same way. City don't cross the ball without De Bruyne too well. They got Foden there. They got then their new winger who is a winger with pace. The difference, what I see, is they're going to have to figure out a new way to feed Haaland against Arsenal. Haaland has to go up against 2 of the roughnecks in our defence, which is Saliba, which is Gabriel. We can neutralise that very well, but we have to hope Declan Rice's calf injury is not as bad as it may have been for him to come off. Because most times when you have a little calf injury, you can nurse through that. You can take a painkiller, you can take an injection. The fact that they took him off, that shows this could be serious. So if it's something serious, they're gonna have to rest him, which they are gonna do it midweek. They're gonna have to rest him against Bournemouth and then bring him back for the City game. That's the only way we're going to contain Haaland. The only way. Now, my one thing about this game, I'm gonna be saying this. I love Saka, but I don't think he is as good as much as we make him out to be. And I'm gonna tell you what. And this was evident today. Look at everyone's face, right? Here we go.
Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. Let's hear this.
How many times do you see Saka? How many times do you see with
My camera up for a second so you can speak about this, because the views expressed are those of the participant and does not express those of anyone else on this panel. I'm just saying, go ahead, do your thing.
No, right, I'm gonna be serious. Where's Elliot gone?
Hot.
There. So listen to this. When Saka gets the ball, how many times do you see him go one-on-one? When he's in the isolation zone. Elliot, come back and listen to this.
I'm coming.
Okay. When you see Saka one-on-one, yeah? And we saw it a number of times today. How many times did he take the fullback on?
He took on the fullback.
Isolation.
Isolation. He took on. Well, listen. You saw that first half. He literally cooked. He nearly cooked bloody Udogi's dinner. Let's face facts. Let's face facts. He nearly cooked Udogi's dinner. He got him a yellow card. He should have been sent off. Near the end of the match, he should have been sent off by that bloody rugby tackle he gave him in the second half.
Absolutely. Yep.
But I'm saying to you, how many times do you see Saka? He gets in isolation loads of times, one-on-one. How many times do you see him cook someone?
He kinda.
I just saw it on Wednesday. What are you talking about? I just saw him on Wednesday.
Oh, you
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're touching Saka.
He should have gone into a bloody venture. He cooked some real good meals on Wednesday.
Absolutely.
This is going to be unpopular. You're going to hate me for this.
On Wednesday.
You're going to hate what I'm about to say.
You're going to be smoking stuff.
Get it out. Get it out.
Okay. Pepe was more dangerous on one-on-ones than what Saka was.
Okay, that's enough. That's blasphemous. I would go back to church and say 5 Hail Marys and 5 Our Fathers. That is absolutely blasphemous.
It's the matter with you.
I'm serious.
Is better than a man who was just he was just nominated for the Golden Ball Award. Okay, he was just nominated for that.
Yeah.
want Pepe back. You know what? I don't know if you need any rest. I don't know if there's a time difference.
He does. I think it's 24-hour
You
thing. And it,
you may need to go in to the corner of your house and think of think of your actions. Quite simply, that is blasphemous for you to even think
I'm
that.
serious. I'm serious.
Continue, please. I want you to plead your case here because this is
I'm gonna plead it. I'm gonna plead it. That really, actually, I should have said that to the don't judge me section. I should have said that for the don't judge me section.
that is the yes.
I'm saying
You
is-
already jumped there. You're already there because I'm judging you right now. I'm judging you.
Jesus.
When Saka gets the ball, when he gets the ball in one-on-one isolations, he slows down. He runs at the defender and then he slows down. He doesn't look to take him on. He always looks to cut inside and play a 1-2 with Odegaard. But he's not right. Okay, I'll put it to you in this analogy so you'll understand it even better. When Kobe was alive, God rest his soul, yeah? And when Kobe was a one-on-one isolation, what does he do? Elliot?
Yes, what did he do? Kobe would slow down to his pace, get to his spot on the floor, and take his shot. That's what Kobe did.
And I think that's what Saka does.
One second. When it's Saka, he has to wait for Odegaard to maybe catch up or Ben White to overlap. But on a one-on-one isolation, Saka doesn't take someone on to create the shot. He doesn't do it. And
Here's
that
what Saka does. I'll tell you what Saka does. Let me tell you what Saka does. What Saka does, he slows down the play, but it's deliberate. He does that deliberately because his next move, which is the most crucial move, if he doesn't step over and such, is to literally inside on the first step. Because literally no one in world football can catch up with him.
Absolutely.
No matter what they do, no one can catch up with him. Look at Udogie today. He kept on that first goal. He literally stepped, cut inside. Udogie said, "Right, I know I'm second best here, so I'm just going.
Yeah.
If you may want to take a shot. First shot, bang off Romero, in it went. That is Mr. Saka's superpower, which is that first step inside. No one can touch that. That's why they put two men on him, right?
Yes.
Because they know that first step is when he goes beyond his first defender and they need the second defender to catch up.
And after that in the game, what did he do? After that in the game, what did he do?
What did he do? He literally did that all half. I'm surprised that Udogie stayed on after that red card. He did it again in the second half. But here's the thing: if you overuse Saka, if you play him 270 minutes and a half, he's not a superhuman. He's not exactly. He's going to feel the effects of that exorbitant amount of play, right? So you have to use Saka effectively. So you've got to give Saka that sort of time away. It just so happened this week was a big week for him. He had Everton on the one end. You had a Champions League in the midweek, so you can't afford to lose Saka then. And then you have in the week you have the North London Darby. You're going to sit him down then? Hell no, you're not going to.
No.
So this is what happens. You're not gonna get an extended amount of great ball from Saka if you play 270 minutes. Two of those matches he had to play in. Well, I would say one match. I'm sorry. Two of those matches he had to play. Well, one of those matches he had to play in the pouring rain at Emirates.
Here we go. The point. Oh, what is this topple wet and soft?
Look, okay. Here's an example. Look at what happened to Declan Rice. Look at what happened to Declan Rice when he played in the midweek. He played in the midweek, played in the rain, and all of a sudden you put him out here against Tottenham. What happened? Oh, he got a calf injury. He's still on pitch for 90 minutes.
And let's be honest. That tackle that he got, that last one, Lord Jesus, I thought that was it. I thought that's it.
It's the time he started. My point is this. My point is Saka needs to be more direct. If he's more direct, he will create more for himself and more for the team.
I still think he's still.
Are you disturbed with the results? Are you disturbed with the results?
Am I what?
Are you unhappy with the results of Bukayo Saka?
Yeah.
Are you as well? That's a legitimate question. Are
You,
you
you,
upset at the results of a Bukayo Saka, two-time Player of the Year at Arsenal?
let me head this.
Nominated for the Golden, let me know. Nominated for the Golden Ball Award. Team of the season in the Premier League. You said him for taking no direct paths to go. You know what? I would take all of your ideas, put it in a dunce cap, put it on top of your head, up to the corner with you, and you think of your actions. Because quite simply, you need to have your heads examined. Seriously, you need to yourself. And your criticism of this, how I say, golden boy. I'll leave the floor to you. I cede the floor. Here you go.
The Pepe bit too far.
Like,
Was the Pepe bit too far?
you had a night of the times yesterday. You were out a bit too late yesterday.
I went out, maybe a bit of sugar, but
Make sure you're at home. You tell me.
my belief is, right, I do believe though, Pepe.
You need to stop. Stop while you can. Just stop while you can. They're gonna come for us now. Right, sorry, us. People are gonna come for you in the comments. Yeah, you get Ty. Get him. Dab. And
Out of every single combined 11, the unanimous decision always is Bukayo Saka on the right.
Mm-hmm.
The other one is Odegaard through the middle. And you want payback.
I want Pepe back. Hold on now. I said,
Now we're done.
I said Pepe one-on-one Pepe is more effective than Saka. I'm telling you, one-on-one, Pepe is more effective than Saka. I'm serious. I don't have an agenda against Saka. My only thing is he's not direct. He can burn.
So do you think Martinelli's direct on the left?
Oh, come on. Listen, you may call him. I call him road runner. You call him blind man running. Yeah, but right?
You know, let me say this. Here's what's going to end the argument of Pepe and Saka.
Yeah.
Pepe is, shall I say it? Everybody hear it. I'll say it once. He's a one-dimensional player.
Ooh.
And it is this. When counterattack and when thrown out to the right, and he's one-on-one with the defender, that's when you get the best Pepe. Other than that, you might as well sit him on the sidelines until there's another counterattack happening.
That's my point.
Here's the thing. The point is this. Even if that's his superpower, that Pepe superpower, that one counterattack where he's one-on-one to the defender, Bukayo Saka is still better than him at that play. He's still better than him on that day at that play. 270 minutes in a week, and you have criticism for Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
This needs to stop. It just needs to stop.
Because the manager decides to play him week in, week out, doesn't mean he's the best player. That does not mean he's the best player.
You need to stop while you can.
No, he's the best player in that position that we have at the club.
That goes without saying. Now, I agree with you on that point. I think a guy like Pedro Neto from Wolves would be an excellent understudy for Bukayo Saka. However, the greatest need that we have right now is up top. We need a bagsman. We need a striker. We need a number.
We need a striker more than we need a right winger.
But
yes, 1000%, please.
Because one guy we do need is a Bukayo Saka understudy because there's no one else to this place. I think Pedro Neto would be excellent for this group. I think he would give Saka that amount of competition and allow him to get that rest he needs so that you can see the best of him. I agree.
I'd rather if it's January and they was asking, sorry, Chris, I'm going to get you in a second. If it's in January and they gave us a choice, the board gave Arteta a choice, and it was either have a striker or either have a right winger. I'd rather us go for a striker because we can play the striker up front, and then we can rotate Saka and Jesus on the right.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because then you could look at it and say, okay, Saka, I'm going to rest you this period. We still put Jesus in. We're still then going to have the creativity. Jesus has that work rate effort that he's going to come back in defence as well. He does it from a striker's point of view.
Yeah.
You're going to have a bigger man up front who's going to be 6 foot, 1, 2, 3, who can hold the ball up, bring people into play, and score the goals and get on. You saw today when we tried to cross the ball and we had no one, we had no target person in there. So even if Jesus was on there, we still couldn't get the ball in the box. We had no.
I'm sorry. Did anyone want to say, Christian? Do you want to say something about that?
No.
The one thing I'll say about that is at least Jesus would give the defenders a bit of a tougher time in terms of getting the ball back, because his possession skills, Jesus I'm speaking out here, are literally world class. It's very, very difficult to get the ball off him, especially when it's at his feet. So, but again, one thing that we saw clearly in this match is that Jesus is not as clinical in front of goal as he can be.
Yes.
So you need a bagsman. I offer to you all an Ivan Toney. There's a man at Brentford who's sitting out his suspension right now, taking bets legally now, but can be illegal. But he's sitting there and waiting for us to call his name, and he's literally gone on podcast after podcast saying, Arsenal, if you're in need of a tall striker, who gave your Gabriel and Saliba a terrible time the last time we met.
Yes,
I'm here. I'm just saying I'm here. You don't have to exactly choose me, but I'm here for you. And I think that would solve a lot of our issues, especially as we go into the stretch run of games next season.
Okay.
I mean, next year, sorry, in 2024.
Yeah. Tisha, what's your
Just thinking, this season, I knew for last season what we wanted. We've had a taste of that. This season going forward, we're in the Champions League, we're in the Premier League. My gut and my heart's telling me we're actually fighting for top 4 again. It's like our expectations has gone down again rather than we're wanting to win the league. Yeah, that's how I feel. This is how I feel.
Yeah.
And Champions League, I just think we're taking part rather than, oh no, we're gonna win Champions League. Like, we all knew City's target last season was we want to take on Man United and take that role as we've done the triple as well. What's ours this season? Someone tell me.
I hate the notions where all fans concede the City. I hate the notion, especially for Arsenal fans, that we concede the league to City. More than likely, we're not going to get the league. But let's bear this in mind. It's not top 4 this season. It's top 5. The league format to get into the Champions League next year has changed. It's top 5.
It has changed, yes. They're going to dismiss it all next year, so allow us to exit, yes.
We do have a chance of finishing second. It may not sound glorious. It may not sound great.
You think we're healthy enough to be second?
Yes. Look, we have.
If we get our players back, then yes, I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. We have the second strongest squad. We are just a bit above Liverpool. We're just a bit above Liverpool.
Yeah, we have a better defense in Liverpool. Yeah, I agree.
And this is one thing I'm going to say about this. Look at the amount of players that we didn't have. We didn't have our 2 dangermen, which was going to be, 3. You can say Partey, Martinelli, and Trossard. 3 of them. Declan Rice went off as well. We gave the ball away for them to go and score.
Don't forget Timber. Please don't forget Timber.
And Timber.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Hold on. And we still drew today.
But how did we lose the league last season? By drawing. We kept drawing. Points. We want the bloody 3 points. Don't piss me off. We want 3 points. Stop all this malarkey about drawing. You last season you was like, but we didn't lose though, and I tried to go down that road with you. No. We won 3 points. City got 3 points or nothing. Or
Look, we don't have the army yet. We don't have the army yet. Yeah, we don't have the army yet. And this again, this is get back to the Arsenal fans when they say we should be challenging. Yes, we should be challenging, but guess what? We don't have those players yet to challenge. We are building a squad. We're building a team. We're building an army, and we're only 2 players away, which is another right winger and 1 striker. That is what we are away. We are clearly.
So what are you telling me this season? That's what I said to you. What are you telling me this season then? What are you telling? What's your expectation this season?
This is what I will take. Finishing second, semi-finals of the Champions League, an FA Cup and a Carabao Cup, successful season. And I think we can actually do that.
I would say a better title challenge.
Yeah.
I would say quarterfinals or higher in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I'd say a domestic cup, either FA or Crown.
Go into your stupid high chest self. What are you gonna say?
All right. I want FA Cup, obviously. I want Champions League final. Somehow, some miracle, everyone comes back healthy and we win the league. Yep, there we go. I think of unicorns. That's right.
To piggyback on your point there, Cristian, I believe that if healthy with all our players, I think we give Man City a really hard charge towards the league, and we can go far.
Yes.
In the Champions League, I really, really do. I think if all players are healthy, if I was there at the first match when Timber was injured, yes, call me the jinx if you want.
Yes.
And let me say this: in the matter of minutes that I saw him there, he is outstanding. And
absolutely.
We cannot wait until this man gets back.
Yes.
It is such a shame. It is such a shame that we missed out on that display on what Timber can bring us this year. Yeah. That's how good he is.
Yeah.
And him in this lineup with this side, we will win trophies. That I guarantee. Yes. We will win trophies. Yes.
I hear you. Right, this is my thing about the Champions League. We are stronger than we give ourselves credit for.
No, I think we are one of the strongest teams in the Champions League. You're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, we are much stronger. We're not. This is Barcelona are not Barcelona. Real Madrid are not Real Madrid. Bayern Munich. Hear me out. Bayern Munich are not Bayern Munich. Right?
I agree with that. Yes. I think we're on par with Bayern Munich. Yes, I agree.
These teams live on legacy of their name. The players that we used to marvel of, your Benzemas, your Raúls, your Ronaldos who used to be there. Then you look, your Lewandowski, okay, he's in Barcelona now. There's no more Xavi, there's no more Iniesta. Players have moved on. We have started to grow momentum. And one thing about the league, when we're saying, okay, it's City's to lose, and it is City's to lose, there's only 2 teams this season that can do something to City, and that's Arsenal and that's Liverpool. Mm. They're the only 2 teams that can literally dent City's charge.
United, no? Yeah. No, I just wanted to say it because it's funny.
Chelsea have prediction
this season. I'll tell you something though. That Spurs side that we saw today, they're going to be some trouble. They're going to be some.
I totally concur.
Listen to me now. I'm telling you, and I'm not looking forward to that return.
Yeah, I'm not. When is that? When is that? I might be out the country.
It's not going to be nice. It's going to be a very, very heartbreaking Valentine's week leading up to that game. Right? And here's the other thing.
We still win. Listen, we had key players out this match. I think if you played Trossard today, those are 3 points.
Game over. Yeah. Game over. If
Trossard plays today, as pinnacle as he is, and as pinnacle as he was going into this match, it's 3 points. I don't worry about it.
I know we live on the if, buts, and maybes, right? And there's always the if, buts, and maybes.
Yeah. But, I mean, Tottenham got a draw simply because we had players out. I still believe that. As well as they played, if we have a Partey, if Rice gets to the end of that match, and if Rice gets to the end of that match, If we have, especially if we have Trossard, yeah, we win that match.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Not even that, Elliot. Forgetting those two. We drew the game because Jorginho just had a meltdown in his head. I don't know what he was thinking. He melted down. There's something that happened. He melted, and he almost melted a couple more times. He looked shaky in that game today. He looked shaky.
Who are you referring to here?
Jorginho.
Oh,
Jorginho. So I don't know what happened in his head. Like 1 minute we're like celebrating. I'm like, okay, we got the 2 goal. We can see the goal. And I just
Oh,
thought,
with his new,
yeah,
you like his new his
we got the
we'll
goal.
go in again. Have you ever had a look? Have you ever had a look at Jorginho's bloopers? They're very reminiscent of what happened today. Usually
Yeah,
he loses the ball, usually he makes a bad pass, and then he can't recover. Simply because he doesn't have the pace to recover. And
yeah.
that's his liability. When he has runners around him, he's totally fine. But when he has his Bojo G and he loses it to a guy like Madison or Kulusevski, and they're on the counter and they're on the break, you're in trouble. And
that
it's
was dangerous. I must say that was dangerous today. It's like, whoa.
Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up. So we've been on for 50 minutes, and this 50 minutes has gone quick.
Yeah.
it's already wow.
Yeah, we have
That's
a
for,
conversation.
that's for a first try. I'll tell you that. Jeez.
I must say, I do feel very refreshed. I feel
Yeah.
like I got it off my chest.
We got pepper, but this is the last bit. So, Elliot, we got a part of the show where we close off with. It's called "Don't Judge Me." You are allowed to say whatever you want to say. And
Anything
we
crazy.
in. Like my Pepe moment, I should have kept that for "Don't Judge Me," and you would have been about it. All right. So because we're gonna let you go now.
You've already used your turn with that Pepe.
I did. Yeah.
I think you used two. I think you used 2 turns. I think you can't use it for the next match. That whole Pepe take. And tell you what, mate.
All right. So this is what we're gonna do. Creature, we're gonna go off with you.
No, let our guest go first, because I'm intrigued to see what our guest has to
Right.
say and don't judge.
Let me get a timer up. Where's my damn timer on this damn iPhone?
How long do I have?
We're gonna give you. Oh, I'm typing in time and I type in iPhone in the damn phone. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. All right, we're gonna give you. I'm gonna give you 45 seconds to say whatever you want to say. All right. And again, this is called. Our people are used to this. Don't judge me. So this is Elliot's "Don't judge him" moment. And Keisha, you cannot say anything. Elliot, go,
Ready?
go, go.
I think Arsenal's still in the title race. I think they'll win the league if they win that match against Man City at home. It's as simple as that. I think we have the depth. I think we have the players. I think we have the wherewithal, if we stay out of injuries, to still win this league. And I still think that Arsenal have a very good shot of winning the league as long as they win to Man City at home. There it is.
Okay, that was 30 seconds. I won't judge you. I respect your views. Oh Lord. Okay, wait for Krisha. This is going to be the one now. Ready for this? Krisha, we are here to support you, where we won't judge you. Some facial expressions may have come up. You ready, Krish? Three,
You
two,
guys,
one, go.
you guys have gone through years of this, so I can't wait to hear. I can't wait to be these sort of candid moments. So yes, I'm all ears.
Go, Krisha.
No, please don't judge me, and I won't judge you. If the transfer window was open right now, I will sell Jesus in a heartbeat.
Thanks for sharing.
45 seconds. I swear, oh my God. You see my hands started to sweat when she said that? I was like, in your face. I told you this point of the show. Like, it's.
No judgment.
I'm not. I'm itching. I'm really itching. I'm fluffing itching.
Oh,
You believe that, yeah?
I feel like Homer. I feel like Homer Simpson and the hedges.
Oh, oh my god! All right,
And he'll take his brother with him, Eddie, as well. You know, yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one. That takes a lot of swallowing, I tell you that. Jeez. Okay.
My Pepe one was my top.
Oh no. Your Pepe one takes the cake. That one's the one.
That's reaching. That was proper reaching.
Okay.
Right, go on, Ty. Go on, close the show with your please don't judge me, even though you've done a ridiculous one, but we'll, you know.
Right. Don't judge me.
We've already judged you. Wait a second. We've already judged you on that Pepe take.
Yeah. 'Cause after that, I don't really have one. That's a hot take today. Oh, yes, yeah, I do.
Oh my God.
Oh, yes. Say it with your chest.
I think we need to rest Saka for the next 2 games. And because I say that, I have this fear in the next 2 games, he could pull maybe a hamstring or you can pull something because he is just overplayed.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's my take.
Well.
That's my take.
Yeah, I'll give you that. That's not even a judge.
It's not. It's that's my fear. If he goes down in the next 2 games,
We will be screwed, and I'm like,
we're done for. In the sense of like, it could be a long recovery for him. That's it. So we're gonna wrap the show up. Elliot, you've been great, man.
Yeah.
Elliot, you've been fantastic. Elliot, you've been
Thank you
fantastic.
so much, guys. I am running off quite simply to my day job. But hey, this is wonderful. This is wonderful.
No, thank you for coming on. Thank you for accepting my drama. Yeah, great.
Accepting your drama and accepting this guy's hot takes. I'll tell you what, mate. Jesus, they're sizzling off the fire. This guy, Jesus Christ! I heard Pepe, and I was like, Pepe beat Saka. I was like, wait a minute, hold on, what?
So what we're gonna do though, because we got the Bournemouth game again. Just to remind everyone, and to remind the date for the Bournemouth game is on the 30th of September. So that's next Saturday. So no, it's yes, next Saturday. So we should get another video up at least by Friday, if that's feasible for you, Elliot, to come on.
Yeah, I'm good. Friday, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just text me and then let me know when you want it for.
So this show will come out Monday, and then Friday we'll do a preview show to see how we got on against Brentford in the Carabao Cup, and then what we're thinking going in for the team news going into the game, and how do we still feel after this great point. I'm going to call it a great point that we got today versus Spurs. I think it was a great point. At the end of it, I think it was a great point. So
yeah, I know it was a great point. We'll take the point. It was a war of attrition, and we move forward to the next match because quite simply, we could not handle all those injuries. Well, it takes 5 injuries to get us out to this point.
yeah,
I hope a lot of players are rested in the midweek. We can move on in the Carabao Cup and roll on to Bournemouth next week.
Chris, any words before we cut out?
Good to be. Yeah. Guna.
Better now.
Elliot, you're gonna get used to that. You're gonna get used to that. Trust me.
Hey,
Every show.
She was throwing fire and brimstone at the first part of the Gets therapy help.
As I do. Yeah.
This is what therapy is all about.
It's our relationship.
No worries.
You're gonna be good, man.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, and we'll see you soon.
See you soon.